Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. There, I had to just mute my other. Goodness, what's going on, folks? There we are. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out here. Okay, so just give me a second. Yeah, this wonderful technology, isn't it wonderful? All right. All right. You know, this hangout, I have decided to talk about TBC. Thank you for showing up. Just an Paco. I'm not quite sure if I'm saying your name correctly. Thank you for showing up. All right, so TBC is coming up with some wonderful things. The new blockchain is high speed, it's robust, it's fast, it's and you know, one of the things about it as well is that that of that there aren't actually any coins lost. That's a wonderful thing. Um, the new blockchain has all the coins in it. Instead of and like on the new blockchain, what we're going to be doing instead of the handing out Kringles, they will be cookies, so that when the cookies then are redeemed for coins, that's when they become coins. And I would think that at that point, the wallet would already have to be paid for the $10 fee. I think that is a great way to do it. I really like that idea. Hi, Pedro. Welcome. And so also the questionnaire that is coming out that is going to be used. I think admin is taking very good steps forward to protect the price of the coin from getting too many people involved that wouldn't care enough. If you understand what I mean, we the TBC was almost, I think it nearly came to ruin once because of people discounting it and thus not not giving care about the. So good afternoon. All right, so I'm just losing my. There we go. We're back. Okay. Yeah. So we've got some very good things coming up with TBC, and of course, migration is starting on April the 30th, and so we will very soon. Now it's not long until we will start to be able to experience the new blockchain, the fast speed, and so on. So our job, as the community, work now lies before us to bring it to a billion members, a billion, yeah, community members, right? So we are working on that, and also while we're doing that, it's a good idea, I believe, to there, and now and then I see videos where people, somebody had just bought an SUV pitted with TBC, and properties are, some have bought properties, and things like that. Anything that we can do that that works to pay for goods or services are are things that we can then bring onto into as a testimonial, so that people can see that it does work. When we bring something new like this, it takes a bit to convince people. I mean, of course, there's always those who see the value and are willing to to get in early, and then of course we have to be more patient. We've got to be do the work of bringing it to new people, but we know that many people are not very interested in trying to try something that they can't just use right away, and just like, as we saw, some of the people, oh, my stand button is on, where can I cash out, how can I sell it, how can I sell my obviously TBC still has, what is it, still 8 more times that it's going to double in price. So that's to just wanting to get rid of it right now is actually not even that great of an idea. Of course, selling some to help others and so on, that's we need to do that, of course, to help each other and help people get in. But is TBC really about jumping on and getting rich quick, and is that really what it's all about? Like, I mean, I understand that on the poverty-based system that we've been on for so long, that people have that idea. I get that. It's, I mean, that would be the idea that the average person would basically have. Like, what's in it for me? Quick. Like, how do I move this quick? Like, for instance, in the industry, people easily, lose their job on account of not performing fast enough, because it's speed is required, very quick. But is that really, is that all that life is about? I don't believe so. I believe that life is about enjoying, about peace and joy and happiness every morning, just waking up and just delighted for another day, that I can just do what I love doing, and not worry about a day job that I always have to go and do what somebody else wants me to do, that I don't even really like doing. And as somebody was saying in the Pantera, not Pantera, but the Gemstone University videos, and somebody was saying how that he says most people don't live the way they would like to, and and he says that most people, if you would ask them if they're happy with their job, and they if they like where they live, and and that they might on the surface say, yeah, they do, but really, if they had a bit, if more money and became available to them, and that they saw that they could upgrade their lifestyle, they would definitely do so. I believe that is for most people, for it is that way. And I think there's ever a desire within us to move forward. I think that's a God-given desire that's within us to move forward and do something good. Excuse me. Excuse me. I just about had to sneeze there, and it just was this tickle. All right, and I forget where I was here. Oh, yeah, this desire that we have for not just a better life for ourselves. I don't believe that that's really the only desire we have. I think we always have sort of more of a desire to be of help in to be, relationships with other people, and get, do good for others as well. Because I mean, what happens if you don't? What happens if you don't? If ourselves is the only person that we can think of, the big I to serve ourselves, really, that's it just can't be all that satisfying. I mean, TBC wasn't created for just a few people to grab everything, and the rest of the world, well, I mean, really, what good is TBC to you if there isn't enough users that we can freely trade with it, right? So we want it in the hands of many people. Well, obviously a billion, right? To get for one thing, to that'll give us the full value of the coin. And I believe what's more, and way more, is the power that we then have to help other people, that need help in some way, whether they want a job, whether they want to start a business. There's so many ways in which we can do this. And now I don't know if if you've been browsing my website, or if to see what all information is on there, because I have a video on there. It's actually a movie called Thrive. What on earth will it take? If you type in that title in YouTube, that movie, I've been watching it a couple of times already, and I believe I'll be watching it a few more times yet. And the reason I like that movie so much is what I see near the end of the movie. What people are doing. There's so many people now that are beginning to create their own sort of a community where they use organic seeds and plant, organic grains and whatever, fruits and stuff like that. So to again produce good food that's not been tampered with. Uh, the way it is now is like all these massive food production plants that put stuff in food that's not good for us. Like literally, there's actually there's poisons in some of the foods, maybe in most of them. I don't know, but and to an extent, our body our body adjusts, or but that's not what our bodies are made for, to consume that kind of stuff. I just don't believe that we were ever meant to live that way. We like I'm a believer in local communities where people provide for themselves locally. It not all this regulated stuff, and that everything you want to do local is illegal, and then you have to buy this stuff from these big gangsters and all these big chain stores and stuff like that, right? So I believe that we can build local communities, and that's where TBC comes in. So that kind of stuff is um, I I talk about. If you've been with me here, you probably heard me talk about that quite a bit. Uh, I'm trying to promote that here in our local area to people, talking with people and getting that idea. Now, of course, in order to do that, I believe what we then also need is uh, uh, get to know some people who know and maybe even related or whatever with local law enforcement, to so that and get the information to them as well, so that they will see that, and that I think that is how we can gain a lot of power and opportunity in spreading TBC, as well as creating the means to be able to use it for trading with other people, right? Um, okay, nowadays just 100 with doubling 8 times turns into 25,600. See? Thank you, Pedro. That is doubling 8 times now. And just imagine, for those who already have several coins, that'll be a lot of money that we will have, to be able to help other people with. I'm excited about that. I really am. Yeah. So as we go further, and and we and as we can sell, and as we spread it out more, that also will help us. Uh, as we gain more money and more momentum from this, that will help spread the coin faster too. So wonderful things are definitely happening. Now, what do you think of the questionnaire, that we are going to be using to have people answer before they create a wallet? Just type in, if you want. Just type in if you like that idea, or if what, or if you're looking forward to it or whatever. Just type in TBC works for me. Like Randy has people type in. So the price of the worth of TBC, and again, I believe that TBC is worth far more than just the monetary value it has. It's worth way more than that, because of the training that we get with it. Because I certainly, when after I got involved with TBC, and the first couple of months, I didn't do that much reading. I'm not usually very much for doing a lot of reading. But then I spoke with my upline, Actually, my upline was admin. I wasn't sponsored by anyone. But then I did get a hold of Dawn. Uh, I forget her last name right now. She's Keeler, Dawn Keeler. Sorry. Oh, you mean repeat whether you? I was just wondering what you think about the questionnaire. There's uh, we're going to be to migrate. In order to migrate, we're going to have to fill out a questionnaire. Yeah, thank you. Because I like it too. I think what that will help us do is that it'll help a lot to keep people, up front, to help so that we don't get so many people in the system that will so easily discount and stuff like that. Because we know that not every person sees things the same way that we do, and so that's how I see it. Thank you. So I believe that's going to be a great way of doing it, so that we don't just go and get a bunch of people in very quickly, and then afterwards they don't agree with what's going on. So uh, I think it's a good idea to keep up front, keep people like get them enough knowledgeable about it so they understand what they're getting into. That it's not just it's not a get rich quick gimmick or something, even though we can get very rich a lot quicker than anywhere else. But it is we need people to understand what TBC is and what we're trying to achieve, right? So anyways, that's uh, I appreciate that very much. And so again, I have, all right, people are trying to get to trusted seller status, but their intentions are not sincere. Yeah, yeah, I believe that. It happens very easy. Not everybody sees things that way. Um, so again, like I said, it's the value of TBC is far more than just monetary value. Um, because uh, when I first got in, and I was trying to figure things out, and I was asking my upline. Actually, I switched to Don Keeler to be my upline, and then I tried to figure things out, and I asked her a question, and then another question, and then another after a bit, and pretty soon she says, "John," she says, "start just start reading the blogs right from the first and read all of them." And so that's exactly what I did. I took a couple of weeks where I did a lot of reading, and read all the posts, and that gave me a wealth of information, a much greater understanding of as to what TBC is all about. So I believe 10 questions would help weed the people out. Yes, yes, I believe very much so too. Um, yeah. So what we want is we want a community that where we can agree, work together, and love and respect, as our statement states, right? And lining up in many different ways. Yes, it is. It is. TBC is really, really a great money, a monetary system. And I don't believe it's just a currency. It is actually money, because currency is not backed by any value. TBC, on the other hand, is backed by the highest value there is. Because in the first place, nothing can have any value unless people give it value by deciding that it has value. Otherwise, it hasn't got any, right? So I believe that TBC has much higher value than even money that is backed by gold. Thank you so much for sharing those thoughts. I appreciate it. And okay, so TBC, the value that TBC has is the people. When we reach 1 billion people, TBC will be worth €1 billion per coin, and 1 billion users. That is what makes up the name, the billion coin. My website is Crypto-TBC. I am John Harder, and I invite you to do your research. If you're thinking about getting TBC, do your research. Find out what we're actually about, and then make your decision. So we're not here to pull anybody in who to just quickly try to get you in so you're in our program. That's not what we're trying to do. We want you to make an informed decision so you know what's going on, why you're doing it. It's not a, don't think about it as a get rich quick scheme of any kind. That's not what we are. The billion coin is a money with the highest value there is. There is no currency, no money, anything that has a higher value. And one coin right now is over 3 million, over $3 million, and it's going to go to over 1 billion, because the euro is higher value than the US dollar, so it's going to be more than 1 billion, right? If that, unless that ratio changes, right? So with that said, I invite you to educate yourself, find out why TBC was even built. Why was it even made? Because of the monetary system, the bank, the debt-based system that we now have, right? So do your research. If you're thinking about getting TBC, do your research and find out what we're about before you make your decision. And when you do, I will be happy to help you to answer questions that you have, or even before you join. If you have questions, I'll be happy to answer them, because I would like nothing more than to have you come on board with us and know what you're doing and be delighted that you did it, right? So with that said, check the links under the video, and educate yourself about TBC, right? All right, thank you so much for being with me. I appreciate it very much, and I love the comments you typed. I really appreciate it. So thank you very much, and well, hopefully we'll see you again. So with that said, I'm going to be signing off. Peace.